Good morning. Good morning. Well, alongside a busy life that includes recording new music, touring, and hosting the TV show Trophy Hunters, country music star Clay Walker has also managed living with an incurable neurological disease for nearly 2 decades, a relapsing form of multiple sclerosis, or MS. Clay joins us now from Nashville in honor of World MS Day on May 27th to share the latest on his many projects and to explain why he's urging people to have an open dialogue about MS. Now, Clay, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, McCabe. It's great to be on here and spreading the word about education and living with multiple sclerosis. It's my honor to be here.
Now, first, can you tell us a little bit more about the latest projects you have?
Sure. We just finished a studio album. It's the first one that we've done in 5 years. Very excited to get the new music out. It's always, something that excites myself, the band, the fans, makes the live shows, that much more full of energy to put those new songs in. I've been the host of Trophy Hunters TV, which is on the Outdoor Channel, and it has been a pleasure to do that show. I grew up hunting. I grew up in the woods, and it's second nature, and to be paid to have that much fun shouldn't be right. Also, this year marks my 19th year of living with MS and doing it well. I've been relapse-free for 17 straight years, and to be able to say that and smile and sit here and talk to folks, I hope that it's both inspiring to people living with MS and those around them, and as well as educational. I'm hoping to really spend this year educating people about MS and what they can do for it.
Yes, absolutely. Now, why is it so important for those with MS to have an open dialogue with their caregivers and loved ones about this disease?
The education is the only way to manage the disease. If you don't know about it, if you don't know what you can do about it, then you're most likely going to do nothing, which is the worst thing possible. And the second worst thing I would say would be guessing about what to do for MS. There's a lot of bad information out there, and there's a lot of good information. I feel like you have to go with what I would call, and my doctor calls, good data, meaning if people did this, they got better, or people did this and they were able to stave off the progression of the disease. And for me, 17 years of being relapse-free is exactly that. And I have no reason to believe that I'm not going to continue doing great as long as I keep doing the things that I'm currently doing.
Yes, absolutely. Now, you mentioned about the things that you're doing to manage them. How have you managed to achieve so much and stay positive in spite of living with RMS for almost 2 decades?
Well, I have a good relationship with my neurologist who started me on Copaxone 17 years ago. And he's, being a research specialist, he does a lot of clinical trials and studies, and he just looked at my criteria and said, I think that this is going to be a good medication for you to start with. So we started with it, and 17 years later, he nailed it, So that has helped me be able to be confident in my work and also projecting. How do you plan if you have MS, which is something that's unpredictable? How do you plan out the next year or 2 or 5 or 10 or 20? And I can say that having 17 years in a row stacked up of being relapse-free, I do have 5, 10, 15, and 20 year and beyond plans. And that wasn't something that I could have said, 1 or 2 or 3 years into having MS. So I'm hoping that my track record will speak for itself and give people who are, especially newly diagnosed, give them at least some hope that, wow, here's a guy that was diagnosed right when we just started learning about MS and different therapies. So I think that I can be helpful in inspiring people to seek the education and then use the knowledge that they learn about.
Yes, absolutely. Now, what advice would you give to someone who's newly diagnosed with MS?
A newly diagnosed person is going to be somewhere between shock and denial. So I know that place. How long that a person stays in that place is going to most likely be determined by who they're having dialogue with. If they're having dialogue with a very smart doctor, then they're going to become more educated, and that reduces that amount of fear. And then that person can then get on a routine that is going to hopefully reduce their exacerbations or eliminate them, as it's done for me. Then they'll start gaining more confidence year after year to go forward and to start living happy again.
Yes, that is great words of advice. And lastly, you'll be having a Twitter chat that you'll be hosting on World MS Day. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
On May 27th, which is World MS Day, we're going to have a live Twitter chat. And joining us, it'll be at Clay Walker on Twitter. And joining us will be a very educated and wonderful doctor who's an MS specialist, Dr. Singer. It'll be May 27th at 7 p.m. Central Time. So join us and add to the conversation, learn from the conversation, ask the questions. There's no dumb question. And then like us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, and you'll be with us in real time. So this is a great day. Social media is awesome. I love Twitter and I love Facebook.
Yes, indeed. And remember, as World MS Day approaches, it is the perfect time to start or even join a discussion about MS and RMS with your friends and family. To learn more about MS and RMS, please visit www.worldmsday.org. And to keep up with the latest on Clay, visit www.claywalker.com. And also remember to join in on Clay's World MS Day Twitter chat on the 27th at 7 p.m. Central, using his log-on at Clay Walker on Twitter. Thank you so much again for joining me today, and good luck.
Makeba, thank you, and God bless. It's been a wonderful chat.
God bless you as well. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.